Last Thursday, 5 students residing in the Balz-Dobie residence hall tested positive for COVID-19. This then led the university to shut down the entire dorm, do dorm-wide quarantining and testing to ensure the safety of the rest of the university.
The stuff that UVA puts out sort of implies that they identified the initial 5 positives through wastewater testing, and as far as I can tell, we knew who all 5 positive boys were hours before they tested the wastewater, and certainly hours before they got the results.
I was actually out studying by the rotunda, and then I got one of the emergency alerts saying, everyone in Balz-Dobie, get back to your dorm by 6 p.m. So I had about an hour just to finish up my assignment with a friend, and then I had to get back all the way from the rotunda to Balz-Dobie. They started with the 6th floor and then worked their way down. So I didn't get tested because I'm on the 2nd floor and closest to the stairwell until about 8:30. And then they had us go get dinner from O Hill. By the time I went, they ran out of everything.
I would remember calling my mom, and I was just like, we're stuck in quarantine. I don't know how this is going to go.
In addition to quarantining students within the dorm itself, many of those who tested positive or were in close contact with those who had tested positive were moved immediately to isolation housing.
Since I was picked through contact tracing and I wasn't self-reporting, I actually got a call from the Virginia Health Department that was like, we have gotten your name as a list of as a person who has been exposed to coronavirus.
I came to UVA with enough clothes with the expectation that I could do laundry once a week. You can't do laundry in quarantine. So I've packed basically all of the clean clothes I had.
I already had a really small go bag packed that just had a couple pairs of clothes and some toiletries and a charger and stuff. So I had that ready to go. But then I ended up just putting my entire shower caddy in a suitcase.
What was provided for you in the apartment besides just the space?
There were sheets that I went and put on the bed. There was there's a towel and a washcloth, but I would probably recommend that you bring your own if you go into quarantine. There is a stove, an oven, and a fridge and a freezer, but no pots and pans. I do think they could have provided hand soap. And they didn't give it to the people in isolation either, which I thought was strange because you'd think sick people would need soap.
As a first year coming back, assuming the risk, is this something that you sort of assumed would happen?
I mean, I knew that I came there would be risk that this could happen. It has now occurred to me that this may happen multiple times.
I knew that the chance was always there, and I think all of us as first years coming onto ground were assuming that risk, and it was a risk we were obviously all willing to take. But it definitely happened quicker than I expected, and I don't know how many dorms there are for first years, maybe 15, but I mean, just having it happen to my dorm first was definitely pretty crazy, and it was pretty unexpected.
Why do you think it was so surprising that your dorm was first?
I think it was just surprising for me just because I really didn't want to think about the possibility of it coming to my dorm.
I figured everyone at least in our dorm group chat was so active about saying, please follow all the rules, please don't go out, please don't go to bars and stuff. And so I thought our dorm was going to be pretty safe. I didn't think that we'd be the first dorm to have a cluster of cases.
I mean, I certainly can't say that everyone in my dorm has been perfectly behaved, but we're not a site of parties or anything.
I think the biggest misconception is that we were all out partying, that we all deserved to get corona. I think it was just a very small group of people.
I'm hanging in there. Like I said, it was all unexpected. Mentally, I'm okay. I know others, aren't doing as well. There's some people in Balz-Dobie that decided to actually go stay home for the rest of the semester, which is definitely pretty crazy. I can only feel for them and what they're going through.
I'm from out of state, so it's a little stressful if the university kicks us out, how exactly I'm going to get home. My parents said that they'll drop everything and come pick me up, but it's still at least 8 hours for them to get here.
It's definitely been a unique experience, and it'll give me a story to tell in the future.
I'm Kyra Min, WUVA News.